Hey everyone, welcome to Coach Cruise, and we are going to tour the Carnival Horizon. We're going to start all the way up on the Serenity Deck, Deck 15. As you see, there are some clamshells and day beds galore up there, but surprisingly, despite so many of them, they do fill up fast, especially if it's on a sea day. So if you want to enjoy some time in the 21 and over area, then make sure you get up here and get yourself a day bed or a lounger, whatever your preference might be, because they will fill up fast, especially on sea days. But you saw one hot tub on the other side. We just passed the second hot tub. There is no swimming pool on the Carnival Horizon in the 21 and over area, that is. So those of you that are looking for a pool, you're not going to find one up there.
Cruise Code! Yeah! I love you, Cruise.
I just can't get away from a good time.
Coach Cruise, like, subscribe, share. You know what to do.
All right, so now we're entering the waterworks area, at least the slide portion of it. And if you go up actually one more deck, that is where you would get the entrance to the slides and be able to slide down. And did go on the slides. If you watch my vlogs, you'll see me going down there. And I had a fun time doing it. You go down there super fast. We're going inside now onto deck 12. And inside of deck 12 here, this is the entrance to the spa and also the fitness area. So if you decide you want to get any spa treatments, massages, anything like that, this is where you would come. We walk past the desk there. I like to get the thermal suite pass because I feel I get the most bang for my buck, because you get to use it all week rather than just a half hour, an hour massage. Here at the fitness centers, you see there are plenty of treadmills and ellipticals and strength machines, and there's also some dumbbells there facing the mirror. So you can get a pretty decent workout in here. You definitely can, if you're disciplined enough to get up and make a workout part of your day, which I'm not always lately, and I need to get better at that. All right, we're gonna go ahead and exit out of the spa area and fitness area here. We're gonna go back outside, and we're going to finish the outside portion of the tour. There is some outside area down on deck 5. We'll get to that in a little while here, but let's finish going through all the open air decks, and we'll get down to the Lido deck here in just a minute. But we're going to loop around the waterworks area so to give you a better view of just all the different slides and such. And the little kid area. They have some little kid slides. You know, if they're not big enough to ride the big slides, you can jump on one of those, have your little kiddo jump on one of those rather, and they can still have a lot of fun even if they're little. Okay, so down there, that is the Lido deck. You see the main pool and a couple gazebos alongside of it, and there is the movie screen that shows movies throughout the day, and also quiz and trivia and other need to know information. We are on the sport track right now. And this is the sports square, where you'll get mini golf, you'll have some ping pong, you'll have some bags or cornhole, whatever you refer to it as. There's the giant funnel there on my left. On my right, you see those two tracks. Those are the tracks for the Sky Ride. The Sky Ride was, as typical, not always running, but it's kind of like a bicycle in the sky. It's kind of cool. There you have your sport courts, particularly basketball, but they play pickleball there. There's some outdoor fitness training machines. If you can't tell, this is sped up for your time. I know your time is valuable. That's the Tides pool we're overlooking, and that beautiful sunset. Now we're going to go down and get a little closer to that Tides pool down here on deck 11. And down on deck 11, there are two specialty dining areas. Now you can come to both of these specialty dining areas for lunch for free. And they have, if it's El Capitano, they have a free pasta bar. And if it's Gigi's, it's Mongolian wok in the afternoons, and it is the stir-fry vegetables and meats and such. So we're going to go ahead and take a peek. And you can see back there where the metal window is there, that's where the chefs would be cooking up your stuff. And then over here, this is El Capitano, great Italian food. Ate there once, had a really, really good meal. And that's about $24, I want to say, per person if you elect to eat at either one of these establishments. So just keep that in mind. It's not free in the evening, but in the afternoon it is free. Okay, so again, there's that beautiful sunset off in the distance, and over here where these red umbrellas are and chairs, that is a smoking area for you smokers out there. You can go over there and smoke. We're going to go ahead and walk back toward midship here. You see a number of loungers. So these loungers aren't used as much as obviously ones that would be right beside the pool. So if you just want to lounge and look out at the ocean, there's a great opportunity to do that there. And they even have some in the shade here, so you don't have to get all sunburned if you're recovering from a sunburn during the portion of your cruise. All right, now as we head back to midship here, we're going to come up on another smoking area. This area on my right all the way down and around is a smoking area. So there are some ample areas to smoke. There's also a smoking area down on deck 5. But this is the DJ booth here where that little green bamboo area is. But we're going to hang a left, and I'm going to show you where you find Camp Ocean. So for all of you that have kiddos 0 to 11, that is Camp Ocean, where you can drop your kiddos off. Up those stairs is up to the arcade if you'd want to go check out video games and such. And we're going to take a peek back over the Lido deck and see the main pool once again before we head back towards that tides pool area. And except this time we're going to go down to the tides pool area on the Lido deck and give you a look at the back of the ship. But while we're doing that, we'll go past even more loungers. We'll see the outdoor play area there for Camp Ocean, and we'll keep making our way towards the aft part of the ship, if we want to be technical and use ship terms. There is a gentleman, looks like an engineer, taking a well-deserved break because, as we all know, the crew work very hard and very long hours and never get a day off, seemingly never get a day off, most of them anyway. So yeah, when they can get a little break and take a look at the water and the sunset, that's a good deal. All right, so there you see the tides pool just below, along with 2 hot tubs on each side of it. And this is a popular area. I prefer to come back here because there seems usually to be a few less kids typically, although that wasn't the case this cruise. But it didn't matter because I was in the Havana area, which is a lovely place to be. But yeah, there's the tides pool, the tides bar. Over here on the left, we have Pizza del Capitano, where you get your free pizza most hours of the day. It does close at midnight though. And then over here is a la carte seafood area. You do have to pay for these a la carte items. They do have items as low as $5 though, like if you want some clam chowder or something. That's very good clam chowder, but it'll cost you $5. Then they have peel and eat shrimp, they have lobster, they have all kinds of good stuff there. So to your heart's content, if you're a seafood lover, you'll have to pay for it though. All right, so back this way we have one of the buffet areas, and then right there is the deli and an omelet station in the morning. So right there, in the middle, that's an omelet station in the mornings, but a deli most parts of the day and into the evening. Okay, so we are continuing toward the midship area, and we are going to come across even more food serving areas, buffet areas, yeah, I mean, usually it's crowded, I would say. I mean, at least in terms of seating, but in order to get food, it doesn't really take you that long. There's a Swirls ice cream area for those of you that like the endless ice cream cones. Right here on my left is Guy's Burgers. That is a big favorite on Carnival cruise ships. Free burgers and some tasty condiments on top of them. And there is that main pool right there with the gazebos, and you see the giant water slides in the backdrop. And over here is one of my favorites, the Blue Iguana, where you can get tacos and burritos. In the mornings, you can get huevos rancheros and breakfast burritos. So it is a great deal. Over here on my left is the Blue Iguana Bar, and their specialties are tequilas. Now, if we go over to the other side, that is the Red Frog Rum Bar, and as the name might suggest, their specialties are rums. You can get tequila over here, and just like Blue Iguana, you can get rum. They just don't have as wide of a selection in each of those bars of those particular liqueurs. All right, we're gonna head back inside now. Remember, we were on the Lido deck, so we're on deck 10, and we're gonna go ahead and walk toward these midship elevators here, and we'll go ahead and head downstairs. These elevators, by the way, when you choose an elevator, it's going to tell you which elevator to go to. Now, if there are 4 people in your party, you want to hit that button 4 times, and that will reserve 4 spaces in that elevator for you to go down and check out. All right, so we are on deck 5 now, and right there to my right, those are the theater doors to get in. So we just popped in the theater here, and we're overlooking the theater from deck 5 there. You can see down to deck 4, and it's a nice theater. Some of the older theaters, I think, did a little bit better job of sight lines and such, but you know, it's a nice theater, and it's, you know, used for many multi-purpose events and things like that. All right, now we're going to go outside. Now, this is an overlooked area, I feel, by a lot of cruisers when they come on the Vista class ships. This area, you can go all the way around the ship, or at least you used to be able to. Now they have that front area sectioned off for crew, and the back area is sectioned off for the Havana area. So that's one bad thing about the Vista class ship. Unless you're in the Havana area, you won't be able to be at the forward or the very back of the ship, and at least not down on deck 5. You see all this outdoor seating. We just passed Cherry on Top there, so if you want to get some ice cream and come out and enjoy your Cherry on Top ice cream, you can definitely do that, and get some beautiful views and be a little bit closer to the water, which is always a cool thing. And you know, it's great to get some exercise out here too. Oftentimes when I'm trying to get some steps in, I'll get a couple miles in by just walking back and forth on the outside, and I'll cut through the ocean area. Out here is outdoor seating for Guys, Pig, and Anchor that we had just passed there. So there's plenty of outdoor seating for any of the food venues. Here is Guys, Pig, and Anchor. And on sea days, you can get free sea day barbecue out here, and they'll serve it up on, you know, to have all the food laid out there for you, and you just line up and yeah, enjoy your sea day barbecue at no cost. They'll have chicken and brisket and pulled pork and things like that. All right, so we are going to hang a left here, and we are going to go into Ocean Plaza. Now, this is where they do a lot of trivia. They have other events here as well, but this is also where the live band often plays. So if you enjoy live music, come back here, grab a table, grab a drink. There is the Ocean Plaza bar that we just passed on my left, but we are headed back towards the Havana area now. And as we go into the Havana area, you see it's very colorful, you know, popping eye colors. And the band here plays on this stage right in front of me to my right. And we're coming up on the indoor bar of the Havana area. Now there's also an outdoor bar area, which we're going to go check out right now. I stopped at that sign to show that you needed wristbands to go into the Havana area. If you don't have a room in the Havana area, then you wouldn't be able to get back here. Thankfully I did, so I'm able to give you a better tour. And as we go around here, you see some day beds and some loungers, and you see these little patio type areas. My room was just over here. I think it was 31. And yeah, I gave you a look just in my little patio area there. So enjoyed that very much. Always do enjoy the Havana area. We're going to loop back around. I got up early to give you this tour. I want to let you know that. You see the sun is rising still. And yeah, there's the outdoor bar area, which is not open yet because it's so early in the morning. So let's head back into the Havana area, and we are going to head back to the midship area, and we're going to go past the inside, some of the inside areas that we passed on the outside. Yeah, so we'll do that. And again, just all these beautiful colors and eclectic seating and things like that. It's a cool area to go hang out in, and it's free. The indoor area is free. Anybody can come to that at any time. Keep that in mind. Once again, passing the Ocean Plaza bar there on my right. Now here's a popular place to many. That is the Java Blue Cafe, where you get your coffee in the morning. But the Ocean Plaza bar also serves coffee. Keep that in mind, because sometimes that line at Java Blue is very long, and you get in the shorter line over there at Ocean Plaza. Here's Guy's Pig and Anchor, and we're going to take a peek in here. You see a nice collection of bourbons at this bar. Also, the best Bloody Marys at sea. You got to get a Bloody Mary. If you're a Bloody Mary fan, get one there. The Pixel studio area is where we're going now. This is where you'll look at and order all your pictures. One of my favorite places on every ship, the Alchemy Bar, is on my left here. We're passing Bonsai Sushi. And then we're over here on the other side is the steakhouse. Okay, so if you want to go in the steakhouse and get a great meal, it's just under $50 a person, but you'll get a great steak, or you can do surf and turf. Here's Bonsai Teppanyaki. That is right next to Bonsai Sushi, but that's where they do the Benihana kind of grill where they chop up the food. Here's the piano bar, as you might guess. So if you like live music and you like a good piano bar, that's a place to go. Over here on my right is the library. Okay, and just in front of me is the main atrium LCD column there. We are in deck 5 though, so we're going to be overlooking the atrium. There's a FE jewelry store. Up here on deck 5, there are a lot of little shops. You know, you can have handbags, watches, jewelry, of course. There's a lot of little souvenirs that you can get here on the other side at the Carnival store. There is a liquor store where you can get some duty-free liquors. You know, and then there's also some medications if you need some Tylenol, anything like that. Here is the Cherry on Top store, and you can get ice cream in this Cherry on Top, which is a unique feature. So, yeah, you might want to check that out as well. All right, so we're going to go ahead and head down now to deck 4. And there's a look at that LCD column. They had the green eggs and ham breakfast today. That is why that column is all twisted up there in the red and white swirl. And yeah, we see more shops down here. And we're going to give you the main entrance level to the main theater here. And we'll walk down this little ramp here, and we'll get to see the theater. And from the lower level, and you see there's a nice sized bar there. But again, all your playlist productions will be here. Your Deal or No Deal, your Family Feud, all of those shows like that will be held here. Sometimes they even do a comedy doubleheader, and to accommodate a large group of people. Here's another one of those shops that I mentioned. Again, those are on decks 4 and 5. They have an Invicta watch shop as well. And yeah, so we're going to head into the casino now. And the casino has hundreds of slot machines. There are plenty of table games as well. As you see here, it's too early in the morning to have any table games going, but it's going to get started. Usually on C days it gets going. Here's security telling me I'm not supposed to be filming. And I told him I was just walking through, so I'm going to get out of there so I don't get him in trouble or get me in trouble. And on my right here, we're going to come across the Skybox Sports Bar. So if there are sports on and it's a big game, this is where you're going to find it. Some people are upset that they don't have every sport that they want on or every game, but that is what it is. Usually they have the most important games. You see a lot of art here on the wall. There is art auctions held daily here, and sometimes they're held in this Limelight Lounge area. And oh, look, as I just mentioned, look at all the art set up there. So people that want to buy some art at auction, that's where you're going to go do it. And there are some nice pieces in there. I do have some art from several years ago. I don't go there much anymore for the art auctions, but I used to check it out. And usually they'll give you some free champagne or something too to entice you to get some art. All right, we're going into the restaurant now, and we're still up on deck 4, so we're overlooking the bottom portion of the restaurant there. And we're going to go ahead and head down to deck 3, and we'll get a look at the rest of the main dining room here. And it's a very, very pretty main dining room. You see the nice chandeliers there. And I'm going to go ahead and walk you all the way to the back to give you an idea of how big it is, and also to give you a view from the back of the ship out these windows. If you're one of the lucky people to get this view, then you have gotten a great table, and be happy for where you are seated, because you could be at that table right there that doesn't have a very good view at all. But the menu changes in the main dining room daily, and I gotta say that they do a really good job with the menu of giving you something that sounds good. I mean, obviously there are days where stuff sounds really good, and then there are days like, oh, okay, I'll try this or I'll try that. One thing I think that's overlooked by a lot of cruisers are the salads. They have a featured salad every day, and the salads, when I've gotten them, have been amazing. And I think people are just like, I'm on a cruise, I don't want to eat a salad. But, you can get a salad as an entree, and you can get a second entree. So one thing I like to do is I'll order a salad as my appetizer, but since it's an entree, you can just say, okay, I want 2 entrees, but give me the salad as an appetizer first, and then bring me whatever else it is that I order second as an entree. Okay, I'm just rambling here about food because we're walking back toward the same way we came. We're going past the Skybox Sports Bar again, another quick peek through there, and we're headed back through the casino. Hopefully I don't get yelled at this time for walking through, but we're walking straight through, so I don't think it will be much of an issue. Again, I don't know why that guy had a problem. There's nobody even in here in the casino playing, but whatever. It's just doing his job, right? So, all right, so we're passing through the casino here, and we are getting close to the end of this tour. I did forget to show you the IMAX movie theater area, which is on deck 6. I am going to add that at the end of the film. If you would like to see that, I'm going to add that little clip on for you here. I did forget to do it when I was doing the ship tour. Walk down to deck 3 now, and we see those nice LCD columns, the atrium, bar, lobby, and there are a couple things to show you in here. One, obviously, is this second dining room. This is where a lot of you that are that will have assigned dining will be coming, and you can also see the green eggs and ham breakfast is getting set up for all the kiddos and young kids at heart. That will be happening just a little bit later this morning. And you get some nice views out the windows there as well. So we're going to turn back out of here because I still need to show you where the guest services area is, along with the Shore Adventures desk where you can book excursions and stuff like that if you don't already have your excursions booked once you get on the cruise. Okay, so again, there's the atrium lobby bar. And on my left, as I'm heading toward this area here, that is your Shore Excursions desk. Okay, and then we're going to turn around and we're going to head the other way. And as we keep walking straight here, there's the guest services desk right there on my left. Okay, so stay tuned for that IMAX theater area that I will show you at the end of the video here. And thanks so much for watching, and I hope you like and subscribe. All right, so that IMAX area that I told you I missed, in addition to the IMAX area here, we're going to find the Warehouse Arcade and also one of the Kids Clubs area, the Circle C. It's not Club O2, it's not the oldest kids, but it's the second oldest kids, Circle C. And this warehouse here, I'm just going to give you a quick peek in here. As you can see in there, there's, arcade games and things like that, but there's a bunch of kids, so I'm like, I'm going to pass on walking all the way through there, let the kids have their space. All right, so as we walk down here to deck 6, we're coming across the IMAX movie theater area. The movie costs $15, I believe, for your current movies, new release movies. They also have a number of documentaries that are much cheaper. I think those are about $10 a piece. But yeah, you can also order candy here and popcorn and such. All right, so that's it, folks. I'm gonna go watch a movie now, if that's okay. Hope you liked the tour. Please like and subscribe. Appreciate you. Thanks for watching.